Cougars. This is Thursday, April 21st. I'm Jaime Carranza.
I'm Isabel Garza, and you're watching Cougar News Network. Franklin High School students are wrapping up their first year back for in-person school learning since the start of the pandemic.
Reporter D.B. Fulkerson shows us how students feel about returning to campus.
After months of virtual learning, school is back in session.
It feels good to be back, to be with your friends in the school environment.
Students were sent home for virtual learning 2 years ago, in March of 2020. This school year, every student has had to return to campus.
I feel pretty good. I like being back in school.
Some teachers feel a shift in behavior of the students from return from online school.
It's not that the behavior has necessarily changed. Kids are still kids. I think a lot of kids were being ignored at home.
Students from all grade levels share their excitement and thoughts about being back in person.
I really like it. It's better for me to socialize, and I just enjoy school more. I look forward to it.
People are not really have to be wearing masks. More kids than usual.
I definitely feel like the way learning was progressed via online was definitely changed.
Franklin High School has created new ways to help sanitize whenever you're walking in. Students have the option to sanitize whenever they walk into the school. Students say lots of changes have occurred since they have been back in person.
A lot more people, in the hallways.
Some teachers say they love being back in person to interact with their students to keep them engaged.
I'm super happy that we're back because I feel like the students weren't really engaged in learning during the time that we were virtual.
Students and faculty are hoping for in-person learning to continue and hoping that the COVID-19 pandemic won't affect their school year. This is D.B. Fulkerson.
Skateboards are a common mode of transportation for many students. However, school leaders believe skateboards have become a potential danger around campus.
Reporter Diego Valadez explains a new policy put into place regarding skateboards and how it's being implemented.
A recent skateboard policy at Franklin High School restricts the use of skateboards on campus. Students are encouraged to sign an agreement along with the parents about the use of skateboards on school property.
It's not a ban. It's a agreement, student and parent agreement, for the use of the privilege of students being able to ride their skateboard to and from school.
Assistant Principal Mr. Quinn, a supporter of the policy, says the policy was put in place to keep all students walking around campus safe. The agreement is only for students who choose to bring their boards to school.
I understand some kids use it as their way to get to and from school. Some other students use it to, as a form of hobby.
This is a copy of the agreement. Once it's signed, students are required to put their skateboards in a locker during the day. The only time they can take it out is during lunch or at the end of the day. Like this. This is my locker. Nico Mendoza, an avid skater, says he signed the agreement, but he doesn't agree with it.
It's a little bit uncomfortable, to be honest, because I use my skateboard to transfer myself from home to school, and so carrying it around and knowing the thought that I might get it taken away is a little bit uncomfortable.
Students are able to use their boards at lunchtime, but only on the blacktop.
I honestly think it should be changed, because of me, I use that as transportation, and I think carrying it around is really important.
Students who violate the policy will have their board taken away for the remainder of the school year. This is Diego Valadez reporting.
One of Franklin's newest clubs is already making a huge impact on the El Paso community. The Women of Color Club hosted a donation drive this month. The club was looking for donations of all types of items, including canned foods, hygiene products, cleaning products, and clothing. The drive was a huge success. All the items were donated to the Center Against Sexual and Family Violence.
We received over, I believe, 150 canned food items. We received at least 50 just large bags of pasta. We did receive, I just counted the items, but we did receive 250 hygiene items. So this included toothbrushes, toothpaste, pads, face wash, body wash. And we did receive, maybe 10 pillows and a lot of clothing items.
The Women of Color Club is sponsored by Miss Douglas. The club will have another meeting in May at the main campus in the South Hallway in room 137.
Here's an opportunity for parents and students to gather information on activities offered by Franklin. On Tuesday, April 26, Franklin will be hosting Meet the Cougars Night in the Magna Gym. It will last from 6 to 8 p.m. and will provide parents and students to gather intel on the different fine arts programs, organizations, and clubs offered here at Franklin. Being a student athlete can be a very rewarding experience, but along with it comes a busy schedule.
Some athletes say it can be difficult to balance schoolwork with their extracurricular activities. Athletes are hitting the track practicing for their spring season, but this means some students are finding themselves with less time to focus on their school assignments.
It does take up a lot of time. It exhausts you. So by the time I do my work and when I'm in school, I'm always really tired.
Track coach Mr. La Espada says students practice during school hours, which allows students to make time to work on their schoolwork.
Usually we're finished by about 3:45, 3:50, which gives the kids enough time to actually get to where they need to go to attend tutoring and get their classwork done.
I feel like our practice schedule is very flexible with our classes.
But oftentimes, practice in school can lead to athletes feeling overwhelmed and very tired.
It can get hard at times because sometimes practices run till 6:37 and we don't get home till 7:30, and then we end up not getting schoolwork done. We're up till 10 p.m., 11 p.m. trying to get work done.
Overall, the athletes say they are able to manage their time well.
I think it's like I said before, pretty good now in fourth period. Can't really do anything. The workouts do go long sometimes, but that's just what comes with track.
Coach La Espada says it's really about finding a balance.
I think the whole point of being a student athlete is to be a student athlete, to take care of their responsibilities ahead of time, so that teachers are aware that they're missing class time due to a school function. And I think that's part of being a responsible student athlete.
That's all for today. Tune in next week for more Franklin news. I'm Isabel Garza.
I'm Jaime Carranza. Thanks for watching Cougar News Network.